people here, ROI, is dollars in, how much return, am I correct? Expected return, I put $1 in, what's my expected return? But for a lot of us, ROI is not something that you can measure easily like dollars and cents. Last week, I did something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I used to be a very avid golfer. Not a good avid golfer, but a very avid golfer. And I wanted to get back out there and play. I hadn't played in close to 15 years. The networking group Tana and I belong to has, as one of its members, a golf pro. She works over at Strawberry Farms. And in our getting to know each other, our one-to-one, she gives you a golf lesson. This is the perfect time to pick up the sticks again. I can go there, I'm going to start from scratch, and play. Get ready, I'm all excited. I pull out my 25-year-old sticks, the old grips, put on my shoes, which no longer have cleats in the bottom, a glove that's brand new, because it's never been used in 15 years, and thank God it's still soft. And I go to the range, and I'm all psyched. I'm going to the golf range. And we get there, and we're talking. She knows I've played before. And she said to me, well, show me your stance and how you set up. And I looked at her and I said, that was 15 years ago. I pulled the club out. I said, here, hand it back to me and let's start from scratch. She gives my grip, the whole thing, we go through a lesson, I'm feeling good. Well, lessons only work if you go out and practice, correct? As you can see, I went out and practiced. I went on Tuesday afternoon, and I got down, and the first thing that happens here, I put my bag out, I got my new bag of balls, the whole thing, I'm ready to go, got my shorts on, I'm going to have a fun time. And what do you hear next to you? You hear a guy going, whack! Right? And you hear, from the other side, whack! And they're all using these graphite clubs with these heads that are this big. And they've got a tee now, because tees used to be this big. Now, because everybody's got such big drivers, they're all this big. With my little wood, which was the first generation metal wood. I can't even get close to it. I have to hold back. I almost have to get on blocks. So I go out there, and I start practicing on my grip, and every club I hit exactly the same place. It was all the way over to the right, and the same distance. Didn't matter whether it was a driver or a wedge, they all went to the same place. Absolutely, half of the game. And I'm hitting and I'm hitting, and I'm starting to get very frustrated, because no matter what I'm doing, it's not working. And I hear behind me, Andy, what are you doing? And I turn and I go, hi, Karen. She goes, I said, I'm practicing hitting balls. She said, what is your objective? Why are you here? I said, well, I'm practicing the 3 things you taught me to work on. Grip, weight shift, and turning my hands over. She said, are you? I said, yeah. She said, no, you're not. You're out here whacking the ball as hard as you possibly can, and it's not going as far as you want it to go. She said, don't do that. Think of it this way. You want the ball to go straight. That's also, I said, one of my objectives was to get the ball to go straight. I didn't care anything else, how far, I just wanted it to get straight. She said, it's never going to go straight if you don't do the 3 things. I told you that. So forget about that. Just pick a direction and grip, weight shift, and turn your hands over. Well, all of a sudden, guess what was happening?
Oh, it's going straight.
It was going straight. Not only that, Tom, it was going in the air. Which is pretty good when you're hitting a driver, you know, to get it up into the air. No, I was hitting targets. She said, okay, you're doing your weight shift, hit a target. I don't care how far away, just shoot for a target. And I realized that was my ROI. I couldn't measure it. I could measure it because I was hitting straight. But was I hitting as far as I wanted to hit? No. Had I kept going along the way I was going along, I would have gotten frustrated. There was no one to explain to somebody why I wasn't getting a return on the investment of time. the investment in money to play. Get out there, $12 a bag of balls is a lot of money. Because my return on investment at that point was all here. It was all here and all here. It was an emotional, physical return on investment. Now bringing back lace training and how this all ties together. Something interesting happened. I finally checked out in 1994. That's when I became a Toastmaster. The common accepted turnover rate was 60%. 6 out of 10 people who walked through that door never finished their CTM, as it was at that time. CC. Now it's